I met William on a train in 2007. 3 days later, he called me, and we had a long conversation. And then after that, we started hanging out together. I never considered it dating. In the 7 years that I've known William, there's been no intimacy, no romance whatsoever. William is very jealous. Whenever William sees a man looking at me or talking to me, he has fits of anger. He starts screaming and using profanity. Last summer, I had a dress on that William didn't like, and he flipped out on me, and he told me all black women are the same. I informed William that I was seeing someone, and he said, if I see you guys on the street, I'm gonna kill both of you. Last year, I noticed my picture in his car. William said he wanted to feel like I was there. One time I was at William's house, and he had my pictures spread out all over his dining room table. So I was freaked out. It was very creepy. It's just been a nightmare for me. He just takes it way too far. I know William was stalking me because he popped up at my mom's house. I would look in my rearview mirror and see him following me. He would call me 100 times in one day. He would leave me numerous text messages. William is delusional because he thinks he is my boyfriend, and he will never be my boyfriend.
Okay, Alexandra, how did this get so far along? You've been in a relationship with him, you've known him for 7 years, right?
Yes.
How did you get to this point?
Well, we were just hanging out a lot, and he fell for me in the midst of us hanging out.
Right. And did you know from the beginning that he was smitten with you?
No. He kept it strictly friendly with me. He never flirted with me, never said anything like he was in love with me. He never gave me any indication. We were just hanging out as friends.
For 8 years?
Well, no, about 4 or 5 years into it, then he started showing signs of jealousy and expressing those kind of feelings for me.
Okay, he gave you a ride the second night, right?
The third night, actually.
Did that worry you, getting in a car with a strange man?
I kind of felt a little funny about it, but as he said, I did text everybody his info. He showed me his ID. He told me what kind of car he had, make it out on the year, and I texted about 15 people to let them know who I was with, what I was riding in, and everything.
But you understand, that just means they know who killed you.
Yes.
I never understand women that just say, okay, just so you know who killed me. It doesn't keep them from killing you, it just lets them know who to arrest when they find you.
Absolutely, but I was more concerned with that. He told the entire train, the stop I was getting off of, it was more than one man on the train, so I felt my odds were better with one man versus a whole bunch of men knowing what stop I was getting off. It was nighttime in the middle of Philadelphia, and I was afraid, so I took that risk with one person rather than...
So he did announce where you were getting off?
Yes, he did.
I don't recall doing that.
Okay.
And he also did give me $50 and told me to go have a good time.
Listen.
No.
Look, listen, I'm the first to admit I have not been on a date in 40 years. But I don't remember that you would give a girl a ride home and pitch her $50 and drive off. I don't.
That's why I don't remember doing that.
But he gave you $50.
He gave me money all the time, almost every time.
But that first night, he said, here's $50, have a good time.
Yes, he did.
Why would he give you money?
I think he felt bad for what he did. $50 was nothing to him at that time.
But that doesn't matter. You give somebody a ride home and say, listen, I'm sorry I said something on the train, here's $50.
That's what happened, Dr. Phil. He just handed it to me and said, have a good time.
Did you take it?
I did.
Did you have a good time?
And I had a great time.